What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Terrell again. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. New viewers, hi. And for returning, y'all know what to do. Be sure that y'all hit that subscription bell and that notification bell and let me know what you think and join in on the Tea Talk. So, I had a very interesting topic. Yes, it's interesting. So, on my Facebook page, I recently posted a updated profile picture of myself. And it wasn't the picture that inspired me to do this video. It was actually the caption. In the caption, I had said, look what time and self-love did for me, something on that lines. But pretty much time and self-love has gotten me to this point. And so something said, myself said, we need to do a video on that. And I think that's absolutely a good idea, because within my time frame of going through this self-love era with myself, I found that as much as it was something growing up frowned upon, it's so beneficial when you go through with it, you know. At the time when all of this transpired for me to make that decision to go on my own self-love journey, it was after a pretty bad breakup. It did include some domestic violence, in forms of emotional, in forms of mental, in forms of spiritual, in forms of emotional. And, you know, for the life of me, I just couldn't understand, you know. It's just like, look, who would not love a woman that cooks, cleans, have her own personality, and, you know, she goes after what she wants in life. She doesn't allow life to tell her what it has planned for it. You know, like I'm a warrior, you know. And yet they wanted to go out and do what they want to do. And at some point I was just like, there's not a lot of good women out here. You know, there's not a lot of queens out here. So Grandma used to say, the grass isn't always greener on the other side until you understand that underneath all that pretty grass ain't nothing but a septic tank to take the shit. In my world, I say, look, he may be a 10 to you, but he a headache to someone else across town. And I went through a process where not only was I making videos for other people to feel better, to feel united, to feel, you know, that they can dominate whatever negativity and make it something beautiful. I was actually doing it for me too, because I just feel like as much as I'm an introvert, I still need encouragement. And just like I said in a couple of videos before, like, it really didn't hit me until quarantine, where I realized that I didn't have anybody filling my cup when I was younger. I didn't have anybody, you know, checking on me and like seeing how I felt and, you know, helping me process the things that children and teenagers and young women go through. Yes, I had a very, you know, at least one level-minded parent biologically. But however, I'm just happy I was able to beat the odds. I really am. I'm very, very blessed, because literally I think it took me so long to figure out what I wanted to do, because no one expected me to make it past a certain point. No one. And if they did, they hoped, because a lot of the times the negative numbers outweighed the positive around me. You know, my ex is like, all his energy was just toxic. And one thing I learned when I'm going through this period, when I'm going through just the changes, I learned a couple of different things. I did. I learned that time and self-love will teach you a number of things. I definitely learned that not everybody deserves the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sorry that that's the first one, but it's kind of almost like you saying every person that you walk across, every person that you come across, would you give your heart to every person? No. So yeah, not everybody is worth your time. Your instincts are everything. I learned very much so my instincts were potent and they were accurate and they matter. So even though someone else doesn't pour into my cup, that doesn't mean that I should be able, to be okay with like leaving it half empty. Put some ice in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to fill my time with things again that help me be revitalized and rejuvenated. I learned with self-love and time that even though certain things that I used to do in the past are no longer like high priority hobbies, there's still something that I can go back to because of the feeling that I got from them. Like painting is more of a relaxed feeling. Reading is more of a still feeling, but just allowing your mind to take a break. You get what I'm saying? Like, my work is more like my focus, my main focus. So I definitely grew within learning about self-love, that when you have your desires be genuine, your passions be genuine, like, you have more good days than bad days. You only have bad days when you feel like you're going to have a bad day. But when you wake up with clarity, knowing that who you are, you built yourself up to be, you're on a good track. I'm trying to think of what I used to say. It was something that I used to say to myself. Like, I have Post-its everywhere. But, of course, I think one thing for me that I really believe these days is that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And self-love, like, if anyone's going to put you through some shit to just come back, they did it for no reason, which means they wasted your time. You can't get that back. You can replenish yourself to look in the mirror and say, I love me, I'm divine, A, B, C, D, F, G. But when it comes down to my time, yeah, revolvers don't have safeties. So you and I are not going to be friends. And I feel like, honestly, my value and my self-worth has gone up tremendously, where even if I feel as if the prospects are faint, I'm happy with that. I'm absolutely happy with that. When I was growing up, my mom used to have me think singlehood was like the plague. You know what I'm saying? It was just like telling someone who robs a bank to do something good. It's like, what the fuck? That's how my mom made me feel and look at it as, because she wasn't whole within herself, still isn't. And so with not liking to be alone, there's an underlying issue there. Maybe that explains why she treated me how she treated me. What I've learned is that as much as you want to be happy with someone else, you have to be happy with you first. And time will show you that with maturity, because I feel like this. If you were to go through something, right, and you're crying and it hurts your feelings, but you knew at some point in time you were going to have to make a rational decision, you had to make a reasonable decision. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's like you crying over a relationship or some shit like that, where it's not going to last very long. You knew it was going to have an end date, an expiration date. But instead, you kept on riding that rodeo until in between your lamb legs were chafed. You know what I'm saying? Like that. When you have those feelings as if I knew it was going to come to it, but I just didn't want it to come now. That's growing pains. That's growing pains. Because you realize it, you acknowledged it. But even though you knew, the wisdom in you told you it was time for you to move on. You didn't know what you were walking into. So you were like, unknown is always going to be there, but this person may not be. So I'm going to go over here and do whatever it is that I want to do until they're tired of me. And then when life and time gets tired of the situation, seeing you in it, somebody from the universe sits down and says they want their daughter back. They want their son back. And within that time frame, you build, what's the words that I used to tell myself? Sometimes you got to tear shit down to be able to like build better things. Back home, if you had saw Ocean View, how I saw Ocean View, and for the ones that are from the 757, they know what I'm talking about. 2014, Ocean View had a real bad rep in certain areas. If you go down to the number blocks, you're young. But if you go towards, the retirement money side, ain't nobody gonna bother you. However, as time goes on, I went back home and Ocean View is so beautiful. To me, even though it was a diamond in the rough, it was still gorgeous to me because of my energy, what I didn't allow, what I did allow, how I cleansed my energy, reflecting on myself, understanding like my time and value is like stock. Over due time and duration, I'm going to be more worthy than what I am right here. I just have to learn what is going on right here in front of my body. So then that way, when it's time for me to get to the next level, I know what bullshit I'm not going to take with me, but I'm going to double my focus on what I have left over. Because even snakes shed skin. Okay, development companies buy commercial property to build on. When you was going by it on the highway, it was just woods to you. It ain't mean shit. You ain't think nothing about it being toilet paper, newspaper. You didn't think nothing of it. You just thought it was woods near exit 13B. Now you come back around, you see a whole fucking casino over there. You know what I'm saying? You see a whole Starbucks. Now all of a sudden it's worthy for you. There's a value in you getting off on 13B. You want coffee, you want Cracker Barrel, you want whatever it is that's at that exit. That's what time and self-love does for you. It's like, look, over here was woods and what may have you. You may have had an instance where it may have been a tree or two knocked down. It's fine. Stumble or two in life, it's fine. You're going to get right back up. You may have a day in those woods where it's just flooded out. That may be a day that you just cry yourself awake and back to sleep. I've been there. You may feel like, okay, it's just going to saturate your ground. Keep on. Keep cleansing yourself. Time and self-love. Within time and you cleansing yourself, that is self-love. In order for you to move forth, you have to let certain things go. I did a video on how to travel light and free. And everyone thought I was talking about, you can get points. And no. I'm talking in a spiritual realm. The only way for you to be light and free when you travel to your next destination, to your next level of elevation, is that you got to let all the bullshit go. So if someone wasn't right to you, if someone wasn't right for you, if the time and the place wasn't at the right time for you, allow time to show you what it is you didn't have knowledge of. Don't beat yourself up about it. When I tell you the ways I figured out later down the line, my ex just used and abused me. I mean, like, the list will be so damn long. When I did the intake, it came up 98% abuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's crazy. This shit is crazy. But what I've learned within time and loving myself is that I see why a lot of people will tell me that I'm beautiful. Not by what they see, but just hearing what I went through and being able to take it as an encounter and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? So for some of the things that I've been through, I should have been corrupted just like them. And I'm not. And I thank the universe for always having angels around me to let it be known, like, look, just because one of your wings are broken does not mean you still can't fly. And that doesn't mean that I'm not that far away where I can't reach my hand out and touch you. Understand, God got his own wrath, so I'm not fucking with it. As long as I can get the hell out. This is a fire drill. This is a fire drill. Everybody line up. Everybody, I'm getting all my personalities. I'm even a deaf one, bitch. I'm gonna need for you to understand when that wrath come. When that wrath come, we all have to go through a time frame of self-love. And everybody has people in their lives that teach them solid facts on how to do better for better to be able to reach them. One of my favorite YouTubers told me something, and I'm going to leave this here, okay? One of my favorite YouTubers said, you know, some of you have gotten out of a breakup or whatever the case may be, and you got things going for you. You got things, you know, you don't even stop for no show. You just keep going, you know, like Road Runner. You just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And that's great. That's absolutely great. Now, for you to have that going on, this is the energy for the karmic. It's because when you're able to leave a situation, this is how you know you love yourself. This is my true story. I wanted certain things to manifest for me. And I made sure I kept them in the front of my head, even when I was pissed as hell at my bosses, my managers, my supervisors. You know, it stuck in front of my head. And that is, if I can leave a relationship or situation and I can still have things happen for myself. You know who the magician was in the relationship. You know who the mover and the shaker was in the relationship. If that person's still trying to figure out their next move, but you done made 7, 8, 10, 15, 16 moves since the last time you saw them, you know who is the person with all the magic in that relationship. That has helped me so much with self-love. And believe it or not, there's books out there talking about narcissism. Everyone tries to say, oh, that's an overused word. No, it's not. It is a underused word, and we need to bring light to it. We really, really do. But that's what drove me to self-love. And I'm still working out, you know, issues with time as far as once I get focused into something. But you know what? I've come a long way from being, you know, a person that's like so absorbed in someone else being able to be on the same playing field with me, whether that's me bringing them up or me giving them a come up or giving them a little bit of elevation. You know, I come a very long way since that relationship. And the love I have for myself at this point had me start making videos so early last year for this channel, because I just couldn't keep it to myself. It's just like, yo, all of this has helped me be able to own my own home, all my bills paid, college is good, paid, all that. So I'm telling you what I know. Give yourself some time, some real solid time. 6 months is not enough. It took me a year. And I enjoyed every fucking moment of it. I enjoyed every fucking moment of it. Even the lessons I thought were just too much, I enjoyed every moment of it. So, do yourself a favor, hug yourself, and I will see you on my next video. Okay? Bye.
The depths of the media sees no evil. Buildings crashing 9/11, no sake for the people. Children take to everything. Others willing to feel anything just to say they were there. Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, domestic violence. Do you care? When the curtains close, your head hangs low. You're wishing someone was there. Just turn to me for relief. I know how you feel. I am you. You are me. We share symptoms of the black sheep. Aren't you aware?
This image, I remember howling winds, nights trying to hustle to 10 degrees, ash on my knuckles. Coke in my long john, sipping on the brisk. A tall glass of nigga, please, who get a sip of this? Coke in my long john, slave to the sin. Call me young coke there if the cops try to frisk. I may get a grip, I may get a grip. I may slapping 20s, lots of tails and some shrimp. I used to bump Wayne all day as a pimp, now I'm past Wayne Drake, I'm going in.